Welcome back to Beyond the Surface, episode 3. Thank you for tuning in. This episode is called, what is?
Through the Grapevine. I heard it through the grapevine? I already forgot. I'm not going to lie.
Heard it through the grapevine. We'll go with that. Where we talking current events, we're going to get into a couple things, sports, music. If you heard it through the grapevine.
Yep, a little lighter on this episode, just keeping you current, up to date. So what do you got for us today then, Leo?
Well, the sixth guy, that boy Aubrey, Drizzy Drake, man, and Jcole, man, they going on tour. They announced November 13th together, and that was pretty big news. It was all a bird tour. Man, they crazy sales, selling out arenas left and right. Pretty much everything was a sellout, I'm pretty sure. And now he taking that Cold World with him.
Cold World with him. Yeah, I was just thinking about that, and what happened to the 21? Like him and 21's their whole tour just blew up. They were just like, all right, we're not gonna tour anymore. That's it.
I don't know what happened after that because they had at least a couple shows left, right? Like 5 shows, quite a few, right? Yeah. Man, I don't know, man, but that's a lot of disappointed people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want to be 21. Gotta do something for me.
Right.
Yeah, but J. Cole, that's an upgrade for a lot of people, to be honest.
Yeah, man. So the same people, they still get those tickets, so they get to use those tickets, and it's kind of a pleasant surprise. At the end of the day, like, who don't like Cole? You know what I mean? It's like, dang, I ain't got 21, but still gets to go Dreamville.
Jermaine Cole.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do see it as an upgrade, but I kind of want to hear some, personally, I want to hear that there was some behind the scenes stuff, some beef, low key, they're like, oh, that tour wasn't working, so we stopped doing stuff together.
Yeah, I'm here for the drama.
A little bit of drama. I want to hear just a little bit of rap beef.
Spice it up a little bit.
Want to hear them diss tracks.
Oh, a little 21 and Drake beef. Boy, we get some fire music.
We'll get some fire music out of it. That's why I want it. That's personally why I want it.
Oh man, yeah. I guess we sparking beef here. But it's all for a good cause, though.
Yeah, it's all for a good cause. for an extra 3-minute song. No,
man, but that brings me to they're getting a little older, man. Drake, he's up there, bro. It is what it is. Father Time is undefeated, and he's 38, and Cole is 39. Or Drake's 37 and Cole's 38.
They're that old. I did not know that. But to be honest, it's it's not like they are athletes or anything. I feel like you can make music forever. Well, will it be relevant though? Yeah, you never know.
It's will it
still hit people?
I don't know, because it's is Drake gonna be out here when he's 48? Talking about how he was just at the club with this 26-year-old and she's toxic. You know what I'm saying?
He sure would.
I really don't know. It could change by then. Who knows where he gonna be at in his life by then? You know what I'm saying? So
he's gonna do the Jay-Z thing and make more grown folks music.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah.
So who knows? But at some point they're gonna have to hang up the curtain, and it made me think about when I get to a certain age, what I wonder, bro, what I'm gonna be listening to when I get to a certain age, with the kids. Am I gonna be out here bumping that with the gray hair, and they gonna be like, bro, what
this man's listening to Drake still?
Facts, bro. So it just makes me think of who. I wonder who's next up. Because the game that's gonna have some big shoes to fill. Obviously they got time left, you know what I mean? Like you said, they're not athletes or anything, but a lot of rappers do. Who knows? They call it when they get in their 40s, you know what I mean? So I wonder who is next up to fill those shoes. They're generational, you know what I mean? And we always worry about who's next up in the generation and everything. Same thing with basketball. Then along comes somebody. Like there's got to be somebody.
some rapper. I feel that. But up next, like, do you have anybody off the?
I really like. I have people that I listen to. You know what I mean? Like
like a niche.
Like Larry June. I be bumping Larry June, boy. I mean, other than that, bro, I still listen to Westside Boogie. Like it's a lot of artists that are they're good artists. You know what I mean? And Blast, you know, like they're great. They're successful. They're popping right now. But Drake popping, Cole popping. Like I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like Kendrick is probably another one, but he's also a little bit older.
Yeah.
Like now he's been a little bit older, but you're right. Like I feel like they have to be more industry pushed a little bit. Is it gonna be a female lead? You think?
That really is already out right now. For like female lead, like Ice Spice.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Like is she gonna be the next like focal point? You think? In that sense, like, can you see that happening recently?
It just depends on what your audience is, because obviously she's going to cater to women more so.
That's what I'm saying. As far as like some artists that will speak to everybody in a sense, like you don't have to like every single one of Drake's songs, but you're gonna have a Drake song. It doesn't matter if you're from the hood, if you're from college, if you're in college, if you're whatever you are, you're old, young, anything. Yeah. Somebody listens to it.
You never know, like who's gonna carry the mantle. It really could be female, male, young, old. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Brown came in the game at 16 years old and was turning heads, and like, you know what I mean? So
that is true. And I have a theory that Tyga comes out with a hit like every 2 years, you know, like he stays relevant somehow. He comes up with one song every 2 years, and you're like, oh, Tyga has a new song? Wow.
He's smart. He keeps his foot in the game.
That's the same kind of sense I was thinking.
So I'm curious, man. I really want to see who's next up. And like, I'm only 26 and I'm already saying I want to see who's next up in the game. You know? That kind of makes me want to get into like some of the past Drake albums, man. So getting into that, like top 3 Drake albums for you.
Top 3 Drake albums, no particular order.
Right.
Views. I might like For All the Dogs. I might put that number 2. Recency bias. I'll put that number 2. And obviously number 1, Take Care. Like, has so many hits. Yeah. So many features.
Is recency bias, because you know what you were telling me before? We was talking about Nothing Was the Same.
Yeah, it's true, but I thought about it. And I was like,
hey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel that, bro. I feel that. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, he is who he is, man. Drake. Yeah. I gotta say, in no order, Nothing Was the Same. Her Loss is in there. It's up there. And Take Care. The Her Loss, once you get past that 2, like, or 2 that you can't go wrong with, that third one gets a little dicey. Like everybody gonna have their own opinions on it.
Yeah, which one they prefer? Because what's that Future one we were just talking about?
What a Time to Be Alive.
Yeah, What a Time to Be Alive. I know a lot of people like that. If you like partying and like if you really want to turn up, that's the one.
Yeah, if you play that at the function, everybody gonna go. But it's like, it's so many different vibes that he can relate with, like Turning Up or Sad Boy Drake, you draking and driving. You know what I mean? And or if you just want to like get some deep on some conscious stuff, like there's so many avenues, and that's why I was getting at, like you said, you got to be able to hit a certain variety of audience that you can cater to everybody and every vibe too. So like it takes a certain special artist that is able to do that. And that's him.
That's him.
Yeah.
He is him. That's true. Like I said, he has a song for everybody, from Young Boy Drake to Best I Ever Had to.
But I'm gonna be biased. But Nothing Was the Same, bro. That is different to me personally. Yeah, bro. You got Too Much on there, Pound Cake for this, like
Pound Cake is fire.
Crazy. Yeah. Him and Hov are going in on that track, bro. And I feel like it was like not really a competition, but like naturally you seeing who's coming with them bars, boy. You know what I mean? That's every great like lyricist like that you get on a track with. Like so Cole and Drake just recently on that Evil Ways when they was going bar for bar.
Yo.
Yeah.
And
that was tough.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like if you get a track with somebody that's lyrical, they bring each other up like another level, and it's crazy to see. And I still remember, I don't know if you remember this, but back in the day, Kendrick and J. Cole were like, I don't know if they were trolling people or if they were really going to release songs. But whenever they did that little teaser, Black Friday, where they were singing on each other's tracks,
that was tough.
That was heat.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm still waiting for.
So, yeah, speaking of Cole and, the lyrical side of things, you got to tell me your top 3 favorite Cole albums now.
Top 3 Cole albums. Number 3, For Your Eyes Only. Only because of one song. I'll get back to that, but only because of one song.
Okay.
2014. What is it? Forest Hill Drive. Yep. Got to put that in there. And then, obviously, recency bias again. His current album with Applying Pressure. We just listened to that. That's just slaps, bro.
Yeah,
but For Your Eyes Only, Neighbors, bro, the relevancy and like the whole story behind the song, why he made it.
Yeah.
Definition of don't judge a book by its cover. He like put his soul into that.
Yeah, at his concerts too, he'd be telling the whole story and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like he was in the Fit last time, like in the jail
fit.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
He gets in the depth on that one, bro, for sure.
Yeah, what about yours?
I gotta go Forest Hills Drive.
It's
got so many bangers on there.
Yep.
So many bangers. Fire Squad, Tell It Two Cities.
Oh, I forgot about Fire Squad.
Wet Dreams.
Wet Dreams. Yeah.
Why you acting like a? You know what I'm saying? But y'all know the rest.
Yeah, exactly. You know the album. Just look it up.
Yeah. I say For Your Eyes Only too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have like the greatest appreciation for it at first because it was so lyrical that you really had to listen to the story that he was telling.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he was talking about how it was for like his boy's daughter. You know? And I remember like one of our people like was like bumping it and was like, no, this is fire. What are you talking about? Like I was like, it's kind of boring, but like at the end of the day, like sometimes you gotta go back and really listen to something to like grow that appreciation for it.
Yeah.
Obviously I appreciate it because it's 2.
Yeah, exactly.
And then KOD.
Oh, KOD's in your top 3?
That's up there. That's up there for me.
Yeah.
We were just singing that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Count it.
ATM, man, and Kevin's Hart on there. He's always telling stories, bro. Like,
yeah, he's got a lot of stories.
Not that he wasn't doing that on the other one, but like that kind of hit home to me. And how he was talking about like even addiction on there. Like I personally never went through it, but it's a great thing, a great point to hit for people that struggle with that. And like a lot in that album, he's talking a lot about how it's not good to be on these substances while you're struggling with like your mental health or depression or whatever it may be. So yeah, man, Cole's tough.
Cole is tough.
He's him.
And he's him. Yeah, it's true. And like I said, the connection of like the reason he made the album and like the going back to the Neighbors, like I'm a sucker for any time there's a backstory behind a song. Like I did the same thing for Kendrick's DNA. Like whenever he made that, because the news was like painting him to be a villain, and he's like, "Nah, this is my life. This is what it is." To be honest, I want a J. Cole and Kendrick album.
Yeah, bro. We've been waiting for that for too long. That's a dream, man. But I don't know if it's ever gonna happen at that point.
Yeah,
they might. I don't know what day that'll drop, but I'll be tuned in. Like,
he said, "I'll be tuned in." We're gonna have to put the good vibrations in the air. And hopefully they'll hear us.
We need that.
Yeah.
The people want it. The people need it.
Definitely. But speaking of albums, have you listened to the Andre 3000? Mr. Three Stacks? Andre Benjamin?
Hey, man, I listened to a couple of tracks on that, and it was very interesting, very relaxing. I wouldn't play that at the party or nothing unless we was all trying to like chill and meditate.
I kind of want to just cut it on randomly and just be in the club and just and looking at everybody.
Yeah. Oh man, while you working out, you know what I'm saying? You relax.
You're relaxing, but I don't know. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I first heard it, there was people talking about like, oh, it's a flute album. It's a flute album, and I see the interviews, and I'm like, nah, it can't be a flute album. Andre 3 Stacks? Outkast? I was thinking like, this man hasn't dropped an album in ages. I heard him as a feature on December. I heard him on the Drake, the Fake Ocean. Yeah. Like, he is going crazy, and that's all he's been is features, just spitting. And I'm like, nah, he's got to at least get like 40 seconds on this album. I don't care if it's 90% flute. If you give me like 3 verses, I'm cool. Yeah. And nah, I listened to the whole thing. There was no 3 verses, bro.
No verses. That's crazy. And the titles are hella long on that too.
Yeah, that's the most heat part about it, though. I think like the titles, they're the best part. So if you have a chance, just go in there, read the titles, and you'll have a good laugh no matter what.
Man, dude, that's different though, bro. Like he got to the point to where he was just like, man, forget it. I'm just gonna do what I want. Yeah,
he's just gonna make what he wants. That should be a place where you want to be at as an artist or even as a human. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what anybody thinks about this. I'm gonna put it out, and it's gonna be heat. Because I was reading something. I'm reading social media, so you only could take that with a grain of salt.
Right.
But it said they were outselling like other rappers like crazy. They had like 27 million in downloads or something ridiculous like that.
That's wild.
And I'm like, goodness,
these people out here getting into that flute, boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was funny. You told me that story of what was that? It was that video that you saw.
Yeah,
where she was playing the 3 Stacks. 3,000. And somebody pulled up.
Yeah, she said, oh, she was like, somebody pulled up next to me and they were bumping Lil Wayne, and I looked at them and I clutched my pearls. I started laughing, bro. That was the funniest thing ever. I said, how are they listening to this kind of music?
Oh man, the hooligans, man. Yeah. Hooligans. That Andre 3000, how you feeling? Classified, man.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Dignified.
Real elegant. I get it though. You got to be comfortable with yourself, especially as an artist. That freedom, that creative freedom, I bet you feel so good.
Oh yeah, once you get to a point to where you can literally do whatever you want, and like he was already at that point. Every artist is at that point, really.
Yeah.
It's just getting to the point to where you're comfortable enough to like truly be like, he even says like on one of the songs, I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally where the wind blew me. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's great. You get to the point to where you're comfortable enough with yourself and your music. He had to learn how to play the flute. So
yeah, I was gonna say,
to be able to put out an album, you had to be
talented, like real talented. Do you remember his show back on Cartoon Network, Mr. 3000?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was like a little cartoon where he was like a music teacher, and bro, he made bangers on there. If you could find that somewhere in the archives, I would tell you give it a watch.
Like that for the throwback.
It's fire. Yeah. And I remember they had a little game on Cartoon Network. You could create your own little beats, bro. I was in there like. I was feeling it, bro.
I'm actually training, man. Yeah. Getting versatile up in there.
I was about to be the next great DJ producer.
I'm saying, bro, next party we got you in there, boy. Basically, little Andre 3000 in there. We just gonna have to bring our black ties out.
Yeah, look real elegant.
But yeah, man, this is heard it through the grapevine. It's the first version. Y'all heard it here first. We're not first, but y'all heard it.
Yeah.
You know, and we're going to be doing this every so often just to check in, you know?
Yeah, check in with the community and everybody. So go ahead and put some comments on there, what you think about anything. And we're definitely going to have some guests coming up soon. So keep a lookout for that. And also, like Leo said, doing this more often so we can keep some pulse in here, you know, keep it alive.
That's right. Keep it current. I know y'all want to hear what's going on out there. So yeah, we appreciate y'all tuning in once again to Beyond the Surface. We gonna catch y'all soon. Every Saturday, be on the lookout. Peace.